at 2 o'clock.
I know we want to stay on time because all the seminars follow one another, so if we can get started, it'll help everyone else be able to keep up with their seminar in their time. My name is Randy Rodgers, and I have been in the landscape design and installation business for about 35 years, and before that I actually worked in a nursery, so I came to the industry in sort of a different way than through landscape architecture school. I actually got a degree in journalism. So I came to this business as a gardener, started when I was 3 years old with my parents working in their garden and having fun and enjoying just being outdoors. And we had vegetable gardens and flowers and horrible pecan trees that dropped all kinds of leaves that I had to pick up. And so I sort of came into the business through the back door. And I've really enjoyed the years of doing this. And Ann Schiller, who is one of the people who got me involved with the seminar today, wanted me to come up with a topic today that she thought would be interesting to a lot of different people. And she came up with the idea of energizing tired landscapes. And after kind of going through and pulling out pictures and trying to put my presentation together today, I realized that no matter whether your landscape's brand new or real old, that almost everyone is trying to energize their tired landscape because, like a winter like we had that just passed, and an incredible heat wave and drought that we had last year, lots of gardens who had been successful for a long time all of a sudden have become beautiful overnight, became not so attractive. And I think one of the important things about that I thought about this morning when I first woke up was, as I've traveled over the world and seen people at their homes and all over, it's really interesting how people come by their plants and how people place their plants and the reasons that they put them in their garden and how different things appeal to different people. In places like Europe, you know, people have developed these more formalized and more beautiful stylized gardens. Places in the Far East and Thailand, people enjoy putting just beautiful colors and plants out, and they sometimes put them there symbolically. And then I started thinking about how fortunate we are to live in a country where we can go to so many different places and find so many wonderful different kinds of plants. Like almost anything you're interested in, like Jeff, the presentation that we just had on cactus and succulents and how many great places there are. We can go buy cactus and succulents, and how many wonderful places there are to buy really cool plants. If you're into ferns, there are people that just grow ferns and bougainvilleas and just about anything you can imagine. And of course, this Festival of Flowers is a great place to come and make contacts for you for the kind of garden that you want to have. Over the years, it's been interesting going to visit with people about their landscape. And I think one of the things that I've noticed the most in going over these years to look at people's gardens and suggest what they do with them is you're not only trying to size up how people live, because that really is what it's all about, just like it is for the interior of your home. You may want to have carpet, you may want to have beautiful rugs, you may want to have purple walls. It's the same thing for the exterior of your home. You have all these things that you like, and you have all these ideas that you get out of magazines. Frequently I go to meet with people and they've torn 50 pages out of different magazines, and none of them are all the same thing and none of them all go together, but you kind of end up sorting through them and you find out what people like and what they want, and then you try to determine what is their lifestyle. And so I think over time, it's become very interesting to try to size up people and how they live. I have people I go and they want to build an outdoor kitchen. They don't even cook in their own kitchen. And, you know, and so I have to kind of say, well, what services do you want out in your outdoor kitchen? But for some people, you know, that gives them pleasure knowing that it's out there, even if they're not going to use it. So you learn over time. These are just, it should go.
There you have a.
Will you go back to the back, that first photo?
Is that the first one?
And then it'll come on every 15 seconds, the gate picture that goes on there.
Okay.
There are just going to be some pictures that are coming up while we're talking about how things sort of evolve and coming up with a way to approach your That one, yes. And that should just, every 15 seconds should
Okay.
change. How to approach your tired garden. 2 years ago, I bought a very tired garden, and one of the things that I'm going to recommend to you all today in this kind of pathway that we're going to go through and talk about is being realistic with your goals about what to do with your garden and how much money you want to spend on it. And I didn't do that with mine because being in the business, I always think I can do it for nothing. Most people still think of that too when they think about their garden. And so one of the things I'm going to be encouraging you to do today is to find a focus, find a game plan, and find a way to get a plan of action to improve your garden. And these are just some different gardens that we've done, and some are cool projects, some are just a container that we put into someone's landscape, and each one of them just kind of embodied the architecture of the place that we were working on, or it kind of took the ideas that the people of what they liked and tried to make that successful for them. It's really interesting because what you end up doing, no matter how short or how long you spend with someone talking with them about their garden, you end up talking to them about how they live. And it can be something as simple as a person who's living in an apartment complex. They know they're going to get a home someday. They still like the idea of gardening, so we might go over the ideas with them, or a condo, over the ideas of getting some really cool containers that they could take with them when they move down the road. For other people, their kids are growing up, and a lot of people, the key word for them is they want to keep their kids around. So pools, sports courts, places to kick the ball, places to throw the ball, all sort of come into play in their ideas about what they want to do with their garden. Do you all need the mic? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Mike.
Mike.
Okay.
I think even wireless is working. Glasses are getting sorry, buddy.
Hello. Is that better? Okay. If you can't hear at any time, please put your hand up. I did a presentation one time, and about halfway through it, one of the guys raised his hand and said, "I haven't heard anything you said since good morning." So I think almost everyone has a desire to improve the area around their home, and how they want to live and how they want to enjoy their landscape is really important, and that's really the job of a person who comes there like me. However, I realize that not everyone is going to have a person come to their home, and so my ideas today were to kind of give you an outline of what you could do to get started with your own landscape, and ideas that you could have to help organize and direct your ability to improve your landscape. For some of you, after the drought and the incredibly cold winter, it is just a matter of finding new plants, because the hardscape, or the patios, walkways, driveway, all the hardscape of your landscape is already in place and you're already happy with it. And so really it's just a matter of doing what we call softscape, which is deciding on new plants and selecting new plants for the right places. I've kind of come up with an outline, and how many of you all are here because your landscape's tired? A lot of them. How many of you are just here because you're here? How many hecklers who I've worked with before here at Heckler? Okay. It sounds like a lot of you are here because you do have tired landscapes, and kind of from my own vantage point, a couple of years ago, I sold the home I was living in to move to a condo, and I never could find a condo that I liked, so I fell in love with a house that was on almost 3/4 of an acre. That had no one living in the house for 2 years, thinking, you know, this will be a breeze. And so 2 years later, I finally